What if one of the most famous lives in history was even more complicated than the movie showed?
In this life, you're either a winner or you're a loser.
No, sir.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
The 2026 Michael biopic takes audiences on a journey through the incredible rise of the king of pop.
I believe music can change the world. Spread love. That is what I want the world to feel. Magic.
From a gifted child in Gary, Indiana, to the biggest entertainer the world has ever seen. But while the film captures many unforgettable moments, it also leaves out important details, changes timelines, and reshapes certain events for dramatic effect. Today, we're breaking down the full story behind Michael, what the movie got right, what it got wrong, and the shocking truths that reveal the real man behind the legend. Let's begin. A star is born in a house of pressure long before the sold-out stadiums, the record-breaking albums, and the moonwalk. Michael Jackson was simply a young boy with an extraordinary gift. Growing up in a crowded home in Gary, Indiana, Michael was one of several children raised by Joseph and Catherine Jackson. The family didn't have much money, but they had ambition. The movie accurately shows how demanding Joseph Jackson was. Rehearsals were intense. Mistakes were not tolerated. Every note, every dance move, every performance had to be perfect. For Michael, music became both an escape and a responsibility. By the time he was a child, it was obvious he possessed something special. His voice, charisma, and stage presence separated him from everyone else. But greatness came at a cost. While audiences saw a smiling young superstar, behind the scenes, Michael was dealing with enormous pressure that would follow him throughout his entire life. The Jackson 5's incredible rise, the film, captures the excitement surrounding the Jackson 5's arrival at Motown Records. Suddenly, 5 talented brothers from Indiana were becoming national sensations. Hit after hit followed. I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, I'll Be There. The group quickly became one of Motown's most successful acts. However, the movie simplifies some of the events that led to their discovery. The real story involved multiple people helping the group gain attention before they reached Berry Gordy's legendary label. Still, one thing is undeniable. Once Motown recognized Michael's talent, the young performer became the centerpiece of a musical phenomenon unlike anything the industry had seen before. Millions of fans fell in love with the little boy who could sing with the emotion of someone far beyond his years. Berry Gordy's huge influence. One area where the film gets things mostly right is Berry Gordy's role in Michael's development. Gordy didn't simply release records. He built stars. At Motown, artists learned professionalism, presentation, media training, performance techniques, and branding. Michael absorbed everything. He studied performers. He practiced relentlessly. He watched how successful artists commanded attention. Many future superstars possess natural talent. Michael possessed natural talent and an obsession with perfection. That combination would eventually change music forever. The breakaway from the family as Michael entered adulthood, something became increasingly clear. He was becoming bigger than the group itself. The success of Off the Wall proved he could stand on his own. Then came the album that changed everything. Thriller. Suddenly, Michael wasn't just a star. He was becoming a global phenomenon. The movie effectively portrays the growing tension between Michael's solo success and his role within the Jackson family. After Thriller shattered records around the world, continuing as just another member of the Jacksons became almost impossible. The gap between Michael and everyone else in popular music was growing larger every year, and eventually, difficult decisions had to be made. The MTV battle that changed music history. One of the most important moments in Michael's career involved a music video. Today it sounds unbelievable, But there was a time when MTV wasn't regularly showcasing black artists. Then came Billie Jean. The song exploded in popularity. Demand became impossible to ignore. Eventually, MTV added the video into heavy rotation. What happened next transformed the music industry. The success of Billie Jean helped open doors for countless artists who followed. The biopic dramatizes some of the behind-the-scenes arguments that allegedly occurred during this period. Whether every conversation happened exactly as shown remains debated. But the overall impact is undeniable. Michael helped reshape television, music videos, and pop culture forever. Thriller changes everything. If there is one moment that defines Michael Jackson's rise, it's Thriller. The album became more than music. It became a cultural event. Everywhere people looked, Michael was there. His songs dominated radio. His videos dominated television. His dance moves became global trends. And then came the moonwalk. One performance, one move, one moment. Music history was never the same again. The movie does a strong job showing how quickly Michael's fame reached unimaginable levels. But even that success created new challenges. The bigger Michael became, the more isolated he felt. And that loneliness would become a recurring theme throughout his life. The truth about Bubbles, one of the more controversial details in the film, involves Bubbles, Michael's famous pet chimpanzee. The movie introduces this part of Michael's life earlier than historical timelines suggest. In reality, Bubbles became part of Michael's world later than depicted. This may seem like a small detail, but it matters because it changes how audiences view Michael's transformation from superstar into one of the world's most eccentric celebrities. The film uses Bubbles as a symbol of Michael's growing isolation. While the symbolism works emotionally, the actual timeline appears less straightforward. The Victory Tour shocker, one of the most dramatic scenes in the biopic, centers around the Victory Tour. Many viewers assumed this moment was exaggerated. It wasn't. During the tour's final show, Michael effectively announced that things were changing. For years, he had been part of a family act. Now, he was stepping fully into his identity as a solo superstar. The announcement stunned many people. Some family members reportedly didn't expect it. Fans certainly didn't. The movie captures the emotional impact of that moment, even if certain details are dramatized for storytelling purposes. It marked the beginning of a completely new chapter. The painful relationship with his father, perhaps the most emotional part of the film, focuses on Michael's relationship with Joseph Jackson. For decades, this relationship became one of the most discussed aspects of Michael's life. Michael repeatedly described feeling fear during his childhood. Other family members shared similar stories. Joseph defended his methods, arguing that strict discipline helped keep his children focused and successful. The truth likely exists within a complicated mixture of ambition, pressure, sacrifice, and pain. What makes this part of the story so powerful is its contradiction. The same man who helped build one of entertainment's greatest success stories was also accused of creating emotional wounds that never fully healed. It's a contradiction that follows Michael's story from beginning to end. The Beat It video ANDA, surprising truth. One unbelievable detail shown in the movie is actually true. For the iconic Beat It video, real gang members were reportedly brought onto the production. Michael wanted authenticity. He wanted the anti-violence message to feel real rather than staged. The result became one of the most influential music videos ever created. It wasn't just entertainment. It was a statement, and it demonstrated Michael's willingness to take creative risks that other artists wouldn't even consider. The legacy of Michael Jackson. By the end of the film, one thing becomes clear. Michael Jackson's story isn't simply about fame. It's about sacrifice. It's about genius. It's about pressure. It's about loneliness. And it's about a young boy who dreamed bigger than anyone thought possible. The biopic gets many things right. It gets some things wrong. But no movie could fully capture the complexity of Michael Jackson's life. His influence can still be seen in music, dance, fashion, performance, and popular culture across the globe. Whether you view him as the greatest entertainer of all time or one of the most fascinating figures in modern history, his impact remains impossible to ignore. And perhaps that's the biggest truth the movie reveals. Behind the records, the headlines, and the legend was a human being searching for acceptance, perfection, and a place where he could simply be himself. What did you think of the Michael biopic? Did it tell the story fairly, or did it leave out important truths? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more movie reviews, story breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes truths from Hollywood's biggest films. Thanks for watching.